All right. Everything Meta owns is down right now, so I'm probably not going to have any viewers for a little bit because I think everyone on Blue Sky follows me for art and not for streaming, so. Welcome. I hope everyone's doing good on this lovely Thursday or whatever day you've decided to watch this on. I'm getting better at uploading my VODs to YouTube consistently afterwards, but not terribly consistently afterwards. I got a job. Yay! I had a trial shift on Tuesday, and my next shift is tomorrow, Friday, and that's very exciting. I love not having to worry about a roof over my head. I think we all can agree on that. It's just a big stress off of my back. Unfortunately, that does mean that I will be streaming a whole lot less, probably like twice a week, maybe 3 times if I'm like getting the itch, but I will be a line cook again, which is not really the path that I wanted to go down. I'm very much tired of line cooking, but I am hoping that this seems like a pretty cool casual place. I feel like if I sidle up to the bartenders and just start being like, so what do you do over here, I could eventually like get into doing that part of it and get some experience behind me in bartending. That's something I've always thought was pretty cool, mixology, all that stuff. Yeah, they got good food, there's good people. The screens are a little bit hard to read, but that's a little less on them and a little more on the fact that I have astigmatism. So anything that is light based is going to be kind of hard for me to look at already. Which is great being a streamer and actor. I don't actually mind it. A lot of the reason that I'm a new direct message. Okay, it's fine. That was from the voice acting website that I am a part of. It's not just voice acting. There's like animators, writers. There's a lot of different casting calls in that, which is pretty cool. Oh, maybe because I have recently put out a call for the play I'm doing for the local Fringe Festival. It's called 20 Questions. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on the channel before. It's one of my favorite scripts that I've written. That's about 2 paranormal investigators that end up meeting a harbinger of doom called Navy, who's like very, very like pompous and excited. You're like, yes, hello, darling. I'm here to play a game with you and maybe tell you about your horrible fate. And they go, huh, horrible fate? And he goes, don't worry about it. It's very cool. I need a stage manager and a couple of like tech designers for that because I don't really know anything about tech, but I can definitely do wardrobe and props myself. I know how to catalog and tailor and all of that stuff. So I'm not quite worried about that. Having a stage manager would be so nice. And I'm very excited to start doing auditions. I literally haven't held auditions for 5 years. Because the last time I did it was in the Fringe Festival of the last place I was living at. Yeah. So, my news, I got hired. Woo. I don't know exactly how my schedule is going to change because I haven't even written the paperwork out yet. We still need to figure out what my schedule is going to be, but I'm probably definitely still going to be able to stream on Mondays and Sundays. Hopefully, maybe. Who knows, honestly. Because a lot of the work I am asked for is in the evenings after like 4 p.m. and everything in my daytimes it ends at 2 or 3, so I have more than enough time to get there for 4 p.m., which is nice. It's nice that all of the evening shifts start at 4 p.m. Because it means I do have enough time to like get home and eat from everything else that I do. Anyways, that being said, I don't know exactly how this will change my schedule. When I do know, I'll be posting it both on my Blue Sky and my Instagram. Sorry, I'm still on my period and feeling a little bad, so I'm on a lot of pain meds and a lot of marijuana. So I might be a little spacey, a little out of sorts, but I am still here. I'm still very excited to play a game, and I will let you know how my schedule changes when I know how my schedule changes. For now, are we ready to play a game? Oh no, it's doing the thing again. I always forget it does this with SCARLET HOLLOW. Boink. Hello? Oh, right, and it was over there because of Kinito Pets. Ahahaha. Recently followed by your personal Kinito Pet. Oh! Cool and interesting and not scary. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it. I'll probably be playing Kinito Pets next time. Sorry, Kinito Pet, that I just sort of left you hanging. Oh, that's fun. It's fun that they like because I'm assuming that when it was like, oh, streamer mode, we need to find the thing connected to this streamer. So cool. Oh, I love horror games. What's happening down here? Oh. There's fringe at the bottom of the blanket that I'm using, this blanket. And Squid is currently in his... Oh, that's why it sounds a little weird. There you go. Squid is currently in his little bucket down there, his little bed. And so all he's seeing is the fringe dangling in front of him as I'm turning and turning. Yeah, let's get into it. And if Kinito Pet comes and hangs out, more power to him. And I need to make sure that this is the correct one that we've loaded. Turpentine. Yes. Okay. We were Turpentine, right? Or were we Sonic? Oh no. Because was Turpentine... I think Turpentine was my personal one. And Sonic is the new stream one? I think. Because I know Busley's the first stream one, but then we got to the end. Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to quickly look at my own YouTube channel to sleuth this out. Has anyone seen any good shows lately? I've been watching Severance and Yellow Jackets. They've been really cool. The Birders came in. And I'm very excited to see what that means in Yellow Jackets. And I never thought that I would be as... Oh gosh, does this... Name, Sonic Town, Sonata Land. I was right. Okay. Yes, that's fine. I loaded the wrong one because we were here. We were definitely here. It's possible it doesn't lack crowds. It's only ever shown itself while I was alone. Because I remember marveling at this this guy wasn't here. I remember before the update, I was looking over here, continually being like, oh, but I keep expecting there to be something here. And there's never anything here. And so as soon as it came here in the update, I immediately looked there and there's a guy there. Vindication. Oh, a little mousey. Okay. I like the carpet. It looks like they updated like the shading on Miss Kanika. That's nice. I've already read this. Dad, you said it usually comes out at night, right? I guess that means it still has time to show up. I thought you weren't convinced that any of this was real, Rosalina. If my dad believes in it this much, I'm going to keep an open mind. Yeah, you tell him, sweetie. God, what if it is all just in my head? I'm not sure if it'd be more of a relief or an embarrassment. My Instagram and my Facebook also aren't working right now, and I don't know what that's about. I, unhooked myself from my Wi-Fi and reset my Wi-Fi to try and see if any of that helped, and none of it helped, which is why I didn't really update that I was streaming right now on Instagram quite yet. And I might, when I take a break, just take a quick second to try to update Instagram again. Oh, they truly... I don't want to move. I bet I could... Nope. Hold on. There we go. There's a little guy back there, and also, they just left their tea out. There we go. Okay. I know. This cold spot is pretty solid evidence, though I won't be satisfied till we see a full body apparition. Yo, Mr. G, how scary does this guy look? Gotta know what to keep my eyes out for. It's a 10. Definitely a 10. Like you, Oscar. Okay, be normal. Dope. Maybe we should split up. I want to make sure someone sees this thing. As much as I'd love to spend more one-on-one time with you, we really shouldn't split up. Ghost or no, that's always a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? How does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt and some jaws for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really got you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. I'd follow you anywhere, baby girl. Oh. Immediately forgot about the bloodstain. Teen interests. Pew, 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 pew. That feeling again. Like the mines. Like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating... What are our traits? Oh, good, we're still hot. And street smart. Dizzying feeling. Something is in this house. Though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa! This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. Hello? I hate this mouse. It's just stained, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you've scrubbed the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of a summoning ritual. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? It's probably just a rusty pipe leaking through the floor. Are you sure you scrubbed it? Ghost blood. Remain silent. Ghost blood. Definitely ghost blood. Or just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Sonic and Stella are suggesting. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet? To see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain on their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corners of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Oh! Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff's coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked it through the carpet. And it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Maybe you tested it wrong? It can't be blood, right? Whatever it is, I need to know what's down there. I need to know what's been under my bed all these years. Yeah, there's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we've explored every nook and cranny. Hello? Thank you. Have you considered that maybe they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Oh, good. It's letting me on now. I'm just gonna do a quick say hi, chat. None of you right now because I couldn't get word out. We're playing Scarlet Hollow again. And will you let me add a link? Yes, and it has so much more too. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Habada-ga, habada, habada. Look, hang and listen to my silly little accents. Look at this trove. Treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think. All right. That's been posted. And we're back in. We're locked in. Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Boop. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. Nothing terribly interesting has changed about the environment. Oops. You feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. Call somebody. Call Tabitha. The phone rings. I've been looking all over for you. Where did you... What? Why are you saying that? I'm at Oscar's place. Can you come get me? Yeah, okay, I get it. Pulling a funny little prank on your poor, long-suffering cousin. Playing some creepy old-timey radio clip over the phone. Did Kanika put you up to this? Whatever. Just come home. I'm sick of chasing after you. The call disconnects. Call Isaacs. You decide to call Isaacs. After all, you do have his number. Why not use it? Hello? Did you figure it out to what happened to what... Who the hell is Eddie? Alright, this is real creepy. What are you The call disconnects. You pull out the card Pastor Daniel gave you earlier and dial his number. Hey there. That music sure is creepy. It's me and Tulip's VeggieTale night. Mind if I ask who's calling? I'm afraid I don't know an Eddie. Wait, this is Sonic, is it? You hear a nervous gulp on the other end of the line. Oh, what a great prank. You really got me good. Say hi to Miss Tabitha's cousin, Tulip. The call disconnects. The phone rings. Eddie? You can hear something drop violently on the other end and then a dial tone. The phone rings. Eddie? It's the same voice you heard when you called Stella, uttering the same phrase. You once again hear something drop violently on the other end and then a dial tone. That's enough. Fuck, I didn't get the old lady's number. It's fine. You put your phone away. This clearly isn't getting you anywhere. Hello? Is anyone there? There is no reply. Look for your friends in the library. You have no idea how long you've been out, but by the lighting in the living room, it's much later than your last memory of being awake. Everyone else must have gone home and left you here. That must be it. You turn around, leaving Oscar's house to return to the library. That's funny. You don't remember there being a second door at the end of this corridor. Continue through the door. You shrug and walk through the door in front of you. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, the scent of flowers drifting on the breeze. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Holy shit. Stella? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Alright. That's the same name I heard over the phone. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. I wouldn't want to cross Father. Be away at once. Oh, so sleepy. Does it even matter what I say? I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Remain silent. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella. I promise. I hate it. Abby Howard does such a good job. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. You're alone again in this strange garden. Follow her. You move to follow the narrow path through the foliage. As you step forward, a single door, standing solitary in the middle of the garden, appears before you. You walk up to the door and open it. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Oh, Junior, pack your things, quickly, hurry. Maybe we should run him out on the rails too. Make an example of the whole family. Turn around and leave. You're the master of your own universe, and you won't let this ghost tell you what to do. You approach the nearest door. Oh. Look behind you. You look behind you and see an open door on what must be the opposite wall. You turn back. You walk through the door, it slams behind you, and you find yourself right back where you started. Alright. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children, too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Why aren't you possessing me? Why everyone else? I don't even live here. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Maybe the specter is trying to tell you something about the collapse. Maybe what happened 100 years ago wasn't as clear-cut as people would have you think. Are you trying to tell me something about the collapse? Was Charles Shaw not responsible for what happened? No, of course not. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious little jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. I think we're supposed to be him. Am I supposed to be you? It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Bye. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. I don't think anything about this area's changed. Oh, it's so cool that these tiles move individually. Very disconcerting. Oh, a baby. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Before you have the chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling. Hi! There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? Oh, and absolutely crawling with these miserable parasites. Oh! I think that's new. Bottom feeders. Hi. Hey man, what's up? It's good to see you, Sonic. Maybe now we can be friends. Cool music. As you approaches, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocating flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and a stomach-churning scent of decay. Shall we find the end of this little maze? Sure, there's no need for you to run away from Wayne. You step past him and walk into the void. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looms massive in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. No other fellows that I can see. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. Oh! You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Oh, God. If you're trying to scare me, it's not working. If you're trying to scare me, it's not working. Dang, how'd you know I have the hots for Edwardine? Kanika, I'll get you out of here, I promise. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? That's all I want. What should I do? I'm sure by now you realize the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Now this is concerning and interesting, having talked to Kanika before, and how absolutely willing she is just to be like, yeah, you want to leave with me tomorrow? Do you want to come with me tomorrow to leave town tomorrow, right now, tomorrow? And like, this is so obviously like the line of witches that Kanika is descendant from. Which makes me wonder what all of the other characters' connections are with the people they're playing. Because there has to be something. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you wish that to be the two of you? The last room. That's what happened to your parents, isn't it? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both be free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else. Bold enough to step foot outside the holler. And also what's interesting is that all of their limbs look so puppet-like. They look so puppet-like and bent wrong. And it's just very well done. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Something about this woman doesn't sit right. She must have some sort of ulterior motive. Was that about misfortune and stepping outside the holler? Is the town cursed? I mean, yeah, we knew that. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Hi. It's trying to get rid of me. It'll have to try harder. It just ran away. He didn't squish this one. Well, I'm glad. I'm very glad. Hi, baby. So, you and Tabitha, huh? That was a thing? This body knew her well. Oh. You have such interesting ways to phrase things. What's doing this? A resonant, a ghost, whatever it is you call it. The leftovers of human existence, festering and forgotten, feeding on the energy of more powerful beings to do this. Pathetic. Are you Sam Wayne or are you something else? The body that stands before you is Sam Wayne. Why are you following me? Clearly you need protecting. I'm just looking out for you. What the hell's going on in this town? I'm sure you'll be able to piece it together soon enough. I'd rather you found out on your own first. That's the only way you can really know who to trust. And then I can finally tell you more. There is so much to discuss when that time comes. Okay. What are you? I'm a friend. Do you know the way out? I will soon, but in the meantime, you have nothing to fear. I'm watching over you. Thanks. I appreciate that. He says nothing in response. His eyes glowed more, though. Continue forward. You continue forward through the uncanny underbrush. Oh, the part that sucks. Once again, you find yourself separated and alone. A long wooden corridor stands before you, littered with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. Okay. Hey, buddy. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. Pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Jesus, that looks excruciating. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. So you're saying Enoch was the one responsible for the collapse? You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man's got to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. If the Scarlets were exposed for the collapse, Tabitha and I probably wouldn't be around. Is that why you were getting close to with Edwardine in the garden? Maybe you were a murderer. It seems to me like you killed yourself. All right, Dad, I won't let you down. I'm guessing this request didn't really pan out. If the Scarlets were exposed for the collapse, Tabitha and I probably wouldn't be around. Or we'd be entirely different people. Damn it, boy. I may not have till morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what's for. I promise. Oh. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Such theatrics. Hi, sweetheart. What a waste of time. Why force you to see any of this? People always think their own experiences are so important, but why does any of it matter? So, you still seeing Tabitha, or are you single? Yeah, I'm a monster lover. He barely counts as one, though. This is just a man. A dead man. But he's no different than Michael Myers. Wayne stares at you, his reflective pupils shining through the veil. What an interesting question. You keep disappearing. It's doing its best to keep us apart, but I have a feeling it'll be over soon. Then the exit won't be hard to find. Are my friends dead? They're alive. I'm not sure if they'll stay that way. Let's move on. Let's. You move back to the bed to quietly leave through the hole Oscar left behind and crawl through. Whoop. Oh, he's here with me. Hee hee. For the first time, you and Wayne enter a new room unseparated. The two of you find yourselves huddled under a large table. Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. I guess we're kids now. Just let the scene play out. There's no use trying to communicate, whether with the resident or your little friends. I'll just keep it away from my brother so he doesn't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. You can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. I'm just talking because I'm scared it makes it easier to cope. Do we have a plan? You can't tell me what to do. I want to console my friend in case she can hear me. I'm not in it for the money. These wooden dolls are a mere stepping stone for the real deal. Our people. That's the plan. And maybe you can come along with me. And maybe we can avoid the horrible fate of this town. I'm just talking because I'm scared. It makes it easier to cope. Please don't engage with it while I try to find another door. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Remain silent. You quietly let the scene finish playing out. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Wayne can get in another word. Whoop. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trap door in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. It opens. You feel a shove from behind and tumble through the hatch. A goat and lions. A sacrifice. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy to get... Ooh, rough. Eddie? So the phone call was his last moments. Ugh. Wayne is gone once again. There's nothing here but you and the howling void. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? I'm sorry you died. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please, I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years, and I will finally leave. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life. I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you'll die. And what happens if I refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. A smell hits you, that now familiar wet, unwell odor. What an annoying pest you are, but you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted its power. Holding all these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Sonic. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. What about my friends? What happens to them if I just leave? They've already left. They're not a factor in this. Where will Oscar and Rosalina live if the ghost stays? Don't give years of your life for something so insignificant. But I can't just leave the ghost here. You can. Your turn. I've never not become an old man. I want to know what it's like to not be an old man. I want to help, but I can't justify the cost. It isn't worth it. I don't owe this ghost anything. I'm trusting you. You better make this count. You don't need my help. close your eyes. Feel for the stairs. You close your eyes. You fumble in the darkness, reaching out and grasping the air until your palms find wood. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands. You begin your ascent. Good. You made it out of the pit. His overpowering smell returns as you place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes as you try to hold your breath. You feel a firm, strong hand on your back. You're close to safety. Dangling feet. The puppet show. Lamb. A little guy. Don't fall for it. Keep feeling your way forward. Oh, I should have pressed H. This is the scene we didn't see this time because we didn't bring Avery. You continue. You feel the doorframe under your palm and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. Wayne's palm continues to gently urge you forward. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and the library. The real world is swimming back into focus. Good. The main doors are just ahead. This is so interesting. You feel a shove as Wayne pushes you forward. You fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you as the doors fly open. Reject the burden of your family's sins. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. You made the right choice. It would have been so easy to fall for its tricks. I'm proud that you didn't. Be seeing you. No, come back. You're not gonna give me a little smooch. But I flirted with you. He leaves before you can say anything in response. Thank God you made it out, Sonic. I went to get Mom when I realized you hadn't left the library with the rest of us. I figured if anyone knew what to do, it'd be her. I see someone beat me to the punch. It sounds like you've had quite the evening. Rosalina's pain meds are in there. I hope Dr. Kelly's still awake. We'll need replacements right away, especially after everything that just happened. And we'll have to figure out where we're going to stay. Oh God, this was such a disaster. You and Rosalina can always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez. That's a very kind offer, Alexis, but I'm afraid the stairs would be too much for Rosalina. And I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. I've made a huge mistake. Let me do it over. I hope you're not mad at me for getting out of there. The impending doom coming from the town is, well, we need to regroup and think about our options. I wasn't about to make a deal like that in the heat of the moment. I'm sorry, I just don't think I could have handled the uncertainty of a Hurley death. I couldn't trust that ghost. I wasn't about to give up part of my life to... I couldn't trust that ghost to uphold its end of the deal. It used all of you as puppets to try and get to us. Who's to say if it actually would have went away? Still, I don't know how I'd feel about there being this big, dangerous space in town that we're just leaving there. But you're right. There's no way for us to know if that thing was trustworthy. And who knows what giving up years of your life to that ghost would have done to you. You made the right call, and I'm happy you're okay. Oh, but when we get old, we can flirt with Oscar more. Well, we'll see how I feel after all of the conversations tonight. And I might just quickly hop over to flirt with Oscar and then come back here and deal with the consequences of my actions. You know? It's just a house and we don't even own it. I'm not going to ask anyone to sacrifice years of their life for the chance of getting a rental back for the government. I don't think the spirit was lying, but it's much stronger now than it was when you made your choice. If you went back in there, I can only imagine its demands of you would be much steeper. There's no walking this back. You should take Alexis up on that offer. At least for tonight. Oscar sighs. You're right, you're right. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly go. I'm going to save this here. And then load this. Sacrifice. It's too late. I've already made up my mind. Stop. Don't do this. Wayne is cut off as you're brought face to face with the resident. Hi. Make me older, please. Silence. Ooh. This little animation's new. Like, not new. I'm pretty sure that there was, like, an animation like this before. But, like, all the colorful bits. Something like this wibbly. That's new. And that's cool. Guignol. Languig. Langyug. Teen Impact. Teen Impact. Teen Impact. God, I wanted to get a dead cat for this mic so bad. Could be cool and groovy. Wouldn't have to always. I could be up on it like I like to be, without worrying about picking the mic. For the first time in what feels like hours, the earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Claw your way out. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. Look back behind you. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. Why were they mummified? That's not like a normal thing. Mummification is a specific process, and it's not a normal thing to happen to a body. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death. What a foolish thing to give up so much of yourself, and for something so meaningless. Have you no sense of self-preservation? There's genuine anger in his voice. It's the first time he's shown any emotion, and it chills you. You reach for something to say in response, but you're still delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thought. Look what it's done to you. There you are. Oh, you poor... Sybil pauses mid-sentence as she notices Wayne from the corner of her eye. Come with me, dear. Let's get you home. Make sure nothing else happens to her, or there'll be hell to pay. He practically hisses the words. Yeah, that's my boyfriend. You quickly walk towards the stairs. Sybil lends you her arm as she gently guides you out of the library. You're outside. It's real this time. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. He didn't even stay to chat. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library. Your lungs wheeze as if you've run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there. Kanika came to get me right away. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what you were all planning to do. How were we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, It's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so... Kanika stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you. Oh my God, Sonic, you poor thing. Sonic, did you... Yeah, it's gone. I sacrificed years of my life to get rid of your ghost. And to close our age gap. You give Oscar a tired wink. You've still got it. I'm not sure I'll follow... Oh. Are you serious? Oscar's face flushes red with embarrassment. Why don't you swing by tomorrow, Sonic? We can, chat about what you're going through. Kanika glances at the ground and awkwardly shuffles her feet. You know, Sonic, the salt and pepper look is good on you. Maybe this isn't all bad. Kanika! Sorry, just trying to be positive. Stella's way better at that. Is she okay? I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the original... Our original thought and our original choice. Hello? Oh, so cute. Anyways, sorry. That was so unprofessional of me. There's this like group chat for neurodivergent indigenous market that I'm a part of soon. I got excited. Okay. Back to the sad timeline where I'm not hot to Oscar as he's not a cougar. What's it called when old men? DiCaprio? Like a leopard? Because it starts with the Leo. I think I'm funny, and that's what's important. To think that ghosts are actually real. I mean, I know we don't have any hard evidence on us, but we all vividly experienced the same thing. Stella's got to be over the moon right now. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excitedly rattling off theories by now. Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. This isn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's just standing off by herself. Which, like, fair, that'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who had just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. Go talk to Stella. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Sonic. I'm here if you need me. I'm so sorry, Sonic. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. She's not fully possessed. She did inhabit the woman who killed me. That's rude. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that would change just because someone goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd make her climb up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't want to have a house. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until that guy showed up and snapped us out of it. Wayne, there's something wrong with that creep. What did he say to you? We don't need to trouble Sonic for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make any trouble. I'm really sorry, Oscar. I'm really sorry, Rosalina. It's okay. Worse things have happened to people and the price was just too high. We'll find a way to pick things up. I know you did everything you could for us, Sonic. It probably was smart not to trust that ghost anyway. You won't have to do it alone, Oscar. You can help yourself to whatever you need from the store. This is a good town full of good people, Sonic. We won't let this ruin Oscar. I spent a lot of time with Wayne down there. Yeah, I noticed. We could smell him as soon as we snapped out of it. What happened? Did he hurt you? It was kind of hot. He crushed a dishling under his boot. It was actually kind of hot. She hated that. She does not think that's fine. You can be a normal woman and a goth. He crushed a dishling under his boot. It was actually kind of hot. Oh my god, gross. Ew! Like I said, let's not trouble Sonic about him. Just stay away, all of you. What do we do about the library? We can always board it up until the ghost goes away, right? The mounds are boarded up, and that just made us want to go down there even more. We can't just tell them it's mega haunted. Even if folks believe us, that'll just make them want to investigate for it themselves. We'll say there's a gas leak. That should do the trick, at least for a while. So was there a chance this goes away on its own? I'm not really an authority on these things, but it doesn't seem interested in fading away. Okay, that's settled. We board it up. We say there's a gas leak. And just hope no one gets curious, I guess. It's the best we can do for now. I guess I should probably head back. We should probably get going too. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't want to keep Alexis's parents up too late. I'll be over tonight with some bedding and eggs and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, okay? I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Sonic. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. I'll walk you home after I finish getting Kanika her tea and we can chat about what just happened. I'll just be a moment. You're too tired to say no. Sybil leaves. No one in the bushes. My boyfriend. You make yourself comfortable for a few minutes while you wait. After everything that's happened tonight, the normalcy of sitting on a quiet, empty road feels like a priceless treasure. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of to call your cousin and tell her about what happened tonight. I need to sneeze. Bless me. She wasn't exactly thrilled to hear from me, but I think I blunted her anger as much as I could. Shall we head out for our walk? Time to go home. Oh, babies. You once again find yourself on the long trek back up to the estate. The night feels cold, the crunch of leaves beneath your feet deafening in the quiet wilderness. Let's stop here for a bit. These old bones need a moment to rest. Are you a witch? Everdeen killed Charles Jr. Wayne didn't want to make a deal with that ghost. Are you a witch? She laughs, surprised by your question. I suppose some people might call me one, but I'm just an old woman who fancies herself a bit of a healer. Look, after tonight, I know that magic is real. Do you do magic or not? What is magic, anyways? I just know some trade secrets passed along the family line. But it's no different than the child of a mechanic knowing what to do with an engine, or the child of a carpenter knowing how to build a makeshift chair. She's putting on an act. There's more to this woman than she lets on. There's ditchlings everywhere. There are. And I'm afraid they would still be this numerous even if you had managed to exorcise the spirit you encountered tonight. Its presence was merely a symptom of the rot in this place rather than its cause. People are unfortunately just going to have to get used to the sight of these things in the coming days. Right. What is Wayne? It's like I said, he's just a man. Who does she think you are? There's no way in hell that Wayne is just a man. Yeah, I got it, but is he single? Sybil is taken aback, confusion and concern creeping into her expression. Be careful with that one, Sonic. Don't do anything you might regret. That's enough. Let's carry on for a bit. I don't want to hear anything more about this monster fucking. You and Sybil walk deeper into the woods. You're getting closer to the estate. Creature, creature everywhere. Creature, creature. Creature, creature. One last rest and we'll get you home. Wayne didn't want me to make a deal with that ghost. Of course he doesn't. Some people will never understand the kind of sacrifice that was laid upon the table tonight. If you'd gone through with the deal, it would have been an affront to everything he is. And what is he? What does that mean? Because you said he was just a man when I asked what he was. I don't want to talk about any of this with you. I don't trust you. Are you ready to get moving again? I am. The estate shouldn't be much farther. You and Sybil trek through the remainder of the woods and find yourself on the outskirts of the estate. Sonic, why don't you swing by the tea room tomorrow? Say, early afternoon? I'd love to chat for a little while. Come by any time. I'll be there all day. Good luck handling Tabitha. I tried to soften her up over the phone, but there's only so much softening you can do with someone that prickly. Bless her heart. Get a good night's rest, Sonic. You've earned it. Sybil heads back through the woods, leaving you alone to face Tabitha. Hey, girly pop! Guess who's not old? You open the door to the estate as quietly as you can, only to find your cousin anxiously pacing in the foyer. She's been waiting for you. So you finally came back. After last night, I thought you were done with all the running around and secrecy. I guess I was too optimistic. Do you know how stuff like this impacts me? Do you even care? I'm really sorry. I mean it. If you're sorry, act like it. I'm done arguing. Good night. We didn't. I was talking. Your cousin walks off, leaving you alone. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Ooh. Jesus. Oh. That glitching's definitely new, right? Oh, hey, buddy. I'm glad you get this animation no matter what. but it's more glitchy in this one. If you'd like to save, do so now. Will do, champ. I'm going to take this as a moment of break. I'm going to go grab myself some more water. Make sure that you're drinking water. You've got a little snack, a little cozy spot. Yeah, I'll be back soon. What's up, gamers? Whoop. All right, I guess we're just looking at me for a sec. Hope y'all had a good little break. Got yourself some water, some juice, a soda if you like that. I'm not the biggest fan. It feels like a gun in my mouth, and I'm not a big fan of guns in general. So, yeah. I think, because I did recently get a game, but I was hoping to play that on Sunday. I think I'm just going to leave it for Sunday. we are just going to continue playing Scarlet Hollow. Would you like to see a recap? No, thank you. You open your eyes and it's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and your bloodline. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay? Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Text Stella. Kanika and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Maybe she's just sleeping over. Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Kinda, but with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable letting her run off on her own. We should look for her, right? Come to town. We should stick together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Take a shower. You might as well take a shower before you start the rest of your day. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you think about the door to the clinic. Oscar and Rosalina. The afterlife. Stella. Rosalina. Duke. Sybil's warning. Wayne. Think about someone special. Specifically, you think about Wayne and the way his powerful hands guided you to safety as you fled the library. Your cousin clearly has very good taste. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Check the closet. Whoop. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Visit the opossum. You open the drawers. The two opossums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. Close the drawer. You close the drawer. This is their home now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. Hi, sweetheart. She's not here, but it looks like she left a note on the counter. Oh, had to run. The librarian needed a new house, so I'm giving him the keys to the Maxwell place. Interesting. And the miners decided to stage a strike today of all day, so I won't be around. I know there's no point in asking you not to do anything reckless, but I'm asking anyways. Be back late. Call if you get in trouble. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Fuel up. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. There's a baby. There's a baby over here. Oh, you can see him. And there's one here. And none behind there. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. And I don't have someone to hang out with on the way down, and it's okay. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully aware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you've always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building since the moment you stepped off that bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Sonic, you made it down the hill in one piece, thank God. I didn't realize there were so many of those ditchling things around, or I would have driven up to get you. I can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. How are you doing? Excited. I'm excited to see what horrors we'll witness today. Much better now that I'm with you. Me? Oh my gosh, Sonic, you're too much. But I feel better now too, now that you're here. Even with everything we've been through, being around you somehow feels safe. Are we still gonna leave today? Stella's missing. We can't just leave before we find her. If something bad happened to her and I knew we could have stopped it, I'd never be able to forgive myself. I'm sure we'll be able to track her down. And she's tough. She'll be okay soon enough. So, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. You're gonna keep telling yourself that until you die in this town, aren't you? This isn't some kind of excuse. This is different. It's always something, though, isn't it? Something always comes up, and it's always just as I finally work up the resolve to leave. It's like this town has me in some kind of glue trap. Every step I take towards the edge just pulls me back to where I started. But I don't care about that right now. I care more about Stella than about getting out of town. It can wait. So, ghosts, huh? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of matter and what being alive means. Being possessed seems awful, but she's the only one who ran off. Could be a lot of things. She could have hit her breakpoint stress-wise. She could have been horrified by meeting a ghost for the first time. She could be struggling with what the ghost did, which, by the way, was murder you. But at the end of the day, I have no idea. We'll just have to find her and see if she wants to stop running from it and finally just talk things out. There's gotta be a better explanation than ghosts are real and they hate me personally. I don't know. Maybe not hate me personally, but hate my family, definitely. Leave it at that. I don't like any of those answers. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had the chance to talk to anyone else yet. Nope, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. But I also don't want to bet on that. How are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole. But I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't just let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. She just keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about the weird stuff that's been going on around town. I figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her. But she ends the conversation every time I start talking about it. Sorry, I'm ranting. But thanks so much for asking. That was really thoughtful of you. And it helped to talk about. If you ever need someone to rant at too, I'd be happy to return the favor. We can't trust your mom. That woman knows things, and she holds her cards too close to her chest with everything that's been going on. I don't know what she's been hiding, though. Or why she can't just come out and tell us what's on her mind. She's always been an open book. Uncomfortably open, if you ask me. I guess we should get started. Yeah, what burning daylight we're to first? At the old Maxwell place. At the old Maxwell place. We could go to the old Maxwell. We could go to the old Maxwell. We could go to the old Maxwell place. We could go to the old Maxwell place. Oh my god. Let's check in with Oscar and Rosalina. They should be at the old Maxwell place. Tabitha dropped off the keys this morning. The old Maxwell place? With Rosalina's leg the way it is and everything they've been through? Now they have to stay in a broken down ruin that should have been bulldozed years ago? Your cousin's going to get an earful the next time I see her. Kanika storms off down the road and you follow close behind. You don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grabs your attention. Ah! You turn to see a ditchling approach a cornered Pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else last night. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you, its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. Sorry, buddy. Hey, quit it! The words feel meek as they leave your mouth, and the ditchling, unaffected, turns back to its cornered prey. I'm grabbing Pixel. Before you can react, a small pack of dogs rounds the corner. Oh! Oh! Before they pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall, then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped open to shreds. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What are Daisy and Scraps doing out there? Are they leading some sort of ditchling hunting dog gang? It looks like it. Pixel timidly steps towards you. Pixel, you got out of the library. Oh, you poor cat, come here. Pixel cautiously walks towards you a group before climbing into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. I guess he likes you more than he likes me. Thanks, guys. Oh, bye. The pack of dogs scampers off, their work done. What the hell is going on in this town? Pixel in tow, you and your companions continue out to the old Maxwell place. Okay, the old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time, but it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. Hey! Before you can approach, the door opens and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I started, y'all. The walls here are worn down enough. I could hear you coming from a block away. Good morning, Oscar. Oh, thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosaline has been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He's had a long night, and it shows. His graying face seems to have aged in the hours you last saw him. Please come in. At least it's probably not haunted. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. My cat is screaming. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives. And here you are, taking it like a champ. Before Dr. Kelly can continue, Pixel jumps from your arms, bounding across the room and leaping onto Rosalina's chest. Pixel, I've been so worried about you. I told you he'd turn up. Dr. Kelly's almost gentle bedside manner vanishes as she turns and glares at you. I see we have visitors. How are you doing, Rosalina? Tired? My leg hurts a lot, but the medicine's helping. It's not so bad now. Sweetheart? Mr. Man? Hello? I don't know where he went. He's been having a lot of big feelings now that I'm starting to leave the house more often, aka left the house once this week. It's fine. We all need to get used to these changes. And what are you not going to do today? Walk around. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have no need for anyone to step in and take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for setting her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time. Then you can do all the running around you want, all right, Rosalina? You just have to make sure you give that leg of yours a chance to heal up first. You don't want to pop any stitches. We could go out on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. What's going to happen to your career now that the library's closed out? Have any of you seen Stella since last night? Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? No, we have no clue where she's gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There's no way you could have known how she would react when she found out. Sweetheart. I'm in my box. You are perfectly capable of getting into the box too. From many directions. What's going to happen to your career now that the library is closed? That's a good question. I was up all night wondering the same thing. If things stay the baby... Squid, come here. Squid? Baby. Mr. Man. Do you want to... I know you can get in here. Scratching at my chair to try and lure him into here. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, baby. Where are you? Come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Mr. Man. Go on. I know you don't like being in laps. There you go. I love you, Mr. Boy. We have at least 20 more minutes of stream, okay? And then I can come play. Well, no, actually, unfortunately, I have some chores to do. And then I can play. Unfortunately, you might be hearing him scream for a little bit. He doesn't know what a stream is. If things stay the way they are right now, it's essentially like the library burned down. The books are inaccessible. The building's unsalvageable. In that scenario, the county would have to put up the money to build a new archive, or we'd have to move someplace where I can work in an existing library, and Scarlet Hollow would lose a valuable public service. Oscar, but move? So you and Rosalina would leave? But we're not doing that, right, Dad? We're staying here. I'm going to do everything I can to keep us here. We could try go on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. No, absolutely not. No one is going back in there until we have thoroughly researched a plan of action. This goes especially for you, Sonic. Who knows if you'd be able to leave again? You've done enough for my family. How about no one is going back there, period? We're going to need to deal with it eventually. Boarding up the library isn't a permanent solution. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see a reason we shouldn't just leave the thing alone forever. Sorry. It doesn't actually seem that bad here. Are you joking? I can smell the wood rot from down the street. It's alright. It's a roof over our heads, and we won't have to stay here for long. I'm gonna get the library back, and our house with it. It's all bravado at this point. Not even Oscar believes what he just said. I'd best be on my way. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for doing this. I can't express how much... It's nothing. I'll call later today to see how she's doing. Good luck to the both of you. Dr. Kelly brusquely pushes past you and leaves. Before you go, I was actually hoping to have a brief word with you folks. Let's step outside. Okie dokie. Oscar ushers you to the street. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, or at least as okay as it can be considering everything that's happened. But I don't exactly feel safe. Strange things are going on in Scarlet Hollow, and I'm tired of running from them. I want to get our house back. You've all been looking into the town's history, correct? I overheard your discussion in the library the other day. Have you been able to find anything that might explain what's going on? I don't think we have too much to go on. I can't help but feel like there must have been some kind of inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight, but I have no idea where to even start, really. Whatever the cause of this, there must be some way to put this genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there's ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are, unfortunately, in the library. Rosalina's been pestering me to make some sort of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it, so online sources it is. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you have at least some place to start. So you've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mine and another in your basement. There might be more. Seals? That's incredibly occulty. To think there's something like that under my house all this time. And to think someone must have put it there. But who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thanks, Sonic. Sonic, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there, too. I think Sybil knows more than she's letting on. She wants me to come talk to her today. My mom, but she's always been such a crystal and herbs kind of lady, not like someone who actually knows about supernatural stuff. She always had that strange air about her, doesn't she? I'd be interested to know exactly what she intends to discuss with you, Sonic. I have a feeling she has more than tea to offer. Make sure Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those vices? They snatch animals to do some kind of parasitic egg-laying thing, so unless you want one of those things to pop out of Pixel, you'd better keep him somewhere safe. I think some dogs kept him safe? Like a gang of dogs? I know it's ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. A gang of dogs? I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact, but I'll make sure he stays safe. I think Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Dinner last night was weird. I don't think we need to go around accusing anyone of being deceitful. No, Sonic was definitely right. I know it's probably not great to hear since Rosalina really needs her right now, but something is up with Dr. Kelly. I'm worried about Reese. I request we drop this line of thinking. We don't need to turn on each other based on pure speculation. Besides, she took me at my word about everything that happened last night. That has to count for something, right? I think that makes her fishier. Hello? Sorry, that probably wasn't pleasant for your ears. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. I think the cops are in on it. I don't know, they just seem so... What's the word I'm looking for? Ineffectual? Exactly. Even if they are part of a cult, I doubt we'd really have to worry about them. Though if they were part of a cult, that sort of public image might benefit them. Look at us now. Everyone here except for Sonic was eager to dismiss any notion of wrongdoings. Something to think about. Sounds like you've got something to work on for now. We should get back to looking for Stella. I do. Thanks for the lead, Sonic. Just let us know what you find. Wowzers, my voice. I will. We're going to get the library back, and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong with this town. I need to sneeze again. Ah! So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Let's go to Stella's house. We've been running around town trying to get all riled up. Meanwhile, she's probably just sleeping in or something. I would have checked her before we met up, but I was honestly kind of nervous I might run into some other horror from beyond the veil if I went exploring on my own. It's a little town. It's a little... What is that? Is that the Maxwell house? I don't remember seeing that before. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. This doesn't look like a break-in. It looks like somebody left the door open Stella or somebody else was in a hurry when they left. She's dead. Stella's dead, and it's all my fault. I'm not from around here. Is it normal? Let's just enter. You step past the threshold and into Stella's house. Ooh, I think I'm definitely ordering myself food tonight, unfortunately. I have all this good food that I could be making, but I'm so exhausted, and I'm out of blood, and I have so many dishes to do. And by the time I'm done dishes, I won't have energy to make food. I hate that. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood or viscera. Not even a tipped over lamp. This is good. Investigate Stella's room. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here, though it's a little untidy. It's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. She's got the pewter on. This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what the room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Oh, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, let's look at the kitchen. Oh, hee, that's cute. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets hanging open and a loaf of bread sitting on the counter by a used butter knife. Looks normal to me. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. So maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she was already expecting me. I love this. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Okay, so she's not there, and we still have no idea where she is. I thought I was overacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. It feels like you've walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. Hey, Avery, are we interrupting something? Of course not. Everyone's welcome here. Just, be careful not to step on any toes. Things have gotten a little tense over the past couple of days. The miners in the back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, they argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I'd like, but this is the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me. The longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy. But you think you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck, I get it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers, and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I'd live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses the housing as an excuse to pay us less. In the company housing, that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. It's why the Scarlets can keep getting away with whatever they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. I know this is risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not let management scare tactics get you. It's not scare tactics. People like her now. That woman ran into a collapsed coal mine and saved 3 children from being buried alive. I feel you, I really do. But how are we supposed to organize a strike against a town hero? Are you trying to tell me that a mine collapsed in less than 2 days ago is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zax. It's always a bad time, Baker. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there's no mine. We've got them against the ropes. We can't back down now or they'll come out swinging. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. Hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. I guess we should get going. Bye, Isaacs. You turn to leave the diner, Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. We should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousins since they're friends. Come on, I'll drive us. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. Better hours now, or none at all. I am unhappy with the treatment I'm receiving as a worker in the Scarlet Mines. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one with all the pan from property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we know if she came by. Oh no, this isn't looking good. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Okay, they haven't seen Stella. Let's just go. If it means we don't have to talk to Tabitha, that's fine by me. We've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from there. Okay, bye. We should check out the church. The church? What do you think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? She seemed really shaken up. It's not unlikely. Boink. I just keep it once in a while looking over to be like, is there anyone in chat? Because it says I have one viewer, but I think it's the one viewer that came in while I was talking about my day. I don't know if she'll be there. I just want to talk to the pastor. I just want to be thorough. It's not unlikely. You're right. Stranger things have happened. Let's make it quick, though. I don't want him trying to rope me into some church event. Kanika leads the way, taking up the gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where's that weirdo? My, 3 visitors at once? On a Thursday? This is unprecedented. But there are only 2 of us. Oh no, were we followed by Ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Sup, old people? Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart. But when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you. And of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Bye, little man. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night and no one's seen her since. We're starting to get Once we're done with this finding Stella line of questioning, I think it's probably time for me to end it for the night. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hoped maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over there by the alpacas. Though, Sonic, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private.
What do you have to say to her that you can't say in front of me?
Please, if you wouldn't mind, this is a personal matter.
Personal for whom?
I'd rather folks not pry on this. You know how rumors get started.
No way, I'm not talking to you in private.
I won't bite or anything, I promise. And we can talk here, right in the open.
I guess I'll leave you to it while I check in with Jane.
No, I want to see the alpacas. I want to see the alpacas.
I'll be right over there by the fence that's conveniently in your line of sight, okay?
I want to look at alpacas. Kanika heads off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous Wayne pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come visit me. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve all their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God's right there ready to help them. If only they'd let him into their hearts.
Uh-huh.
The pastor's eyes dart back towards the alpacas. Okay, good, she's gone. You're new in town. What kind of impression did I make on you? Am I creepy?
You haven't really done anything wrong, but you have no chill. I think that this is part of the problem. If you have to pull strangers aside and ask them if you're creepy, you probably come off at least like a little bit creepy.
Oh, I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, that rhymed.
You care too much about what people think of you. If you want people to like you, you have to not care about whether they like you. That's a harsh truth you're slinging at me. It wasn't always like this, you know. Believe it or not, before I moved to Scarlet Hollow, I used to be pretty popular. I was one of the cool kids over at Harvard Divinity School.
Uh-huh.
He's interrupted by the sound of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge of the property. Tulip? Come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back into the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. Take me with you. I want to see an alpaca. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect and hurrying off. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. She's been trying to run off into those woods a lot lately, and it's real dangerous. Even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far from the far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us they want her to go out there. Like the word of some fictional creature she made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garbage. But she's 7. Of course she'd get some funny little idea like that. I'd love to get the community to rally around a big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all that junk. It's Tetanus Lake. Stella told me about it. Tetanus Lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip would stay away if I started calling it that, or if it would only make it sound more alluring. Remain silent. You say nothing. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanika walking back to the two of you. She must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we better get going. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let y'all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with the big man for her. All right. Thanks. See ya. Kanika starts back the path to town and you follow. Okay. Now that we've put some distance between us and the church, what does he want to talk to you about? He didn't say anything weird, did he? Tulip's apparently made some weird imaginary friends. We might want to check that out later this week. Kids make up imaginary friends all the time. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella. Where to next? I don't want to get tea with your mom. Let's go to the cops. That's not a terrible idea. I'm sure they won't help much, but we are dealing with a missing person, and that's cop stuff. Hopefully they don't give you a hard time. They've been really on your ass. Yeah. The police station is exactly what you would expect from a town the size of everyone's here, Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. But you're also not alone here. You enter to find a worried Beau standing between you and the officers behind the desk. Let me get this right. You're trying to report a missing pumpkin. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Sheriff Hugby, sir. She was gonna be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and my daddy did together. She's important to me. Are you sure it was Julius and not some enterprising bear that got a hold of it? Y'all know Julius thinks that lamb belongs to him. He probably thought Big Betty was his to take. He ain't coming to his door, so for all I know, he might be all the way to the state fair by now with our pumpkin. Ain't there something y'all can do about it? They're police officers, so probably not. I'm afraid we need some kind of evidence to go on before we can go barging into a man's home, son. Why don't you see if you can find something a little more solid for us to go on? Then we can see about helping you out. Listen up, boys. We've got a missing person on our hands. Stella hasn't been seen since yesterday, and the front door of her house was left open. The place was a mess. Oh, so you think you're leading an investigation, do you? Coming in here like you have some kind of authority? Well then, why don't you march on out and dig up some clues, if you think you're such a big shot? Are you serious? This is your job. Our job is keeping the peace around here, not meddling in other people's private lives. That's right, it ain't our jobs to babysit anybody. If Stella wants to run off into the woods, that's none of our business. She'll turn up. She always does. Beau, did you manage to find your dad? Beau's stoic expression breaks. Oh. For a moment you can almost see tears forming in his eyes, but he blinks them away. Yeah, I found him. Hear that, Deputy Franklin? Sounds like you got another report to close. Lucky me. Gathered what there was to gather. We're giving him a proper burial in the family plot. It's been tough going, trying to dig the hole while the farm's crawling with those hairless things, but it needs to get done. Do you think they'll go back from where they came from soon? Mom and me have tried fighting them back as best we can, but it seems like there's more every minute. I kind of like them. I'm personally doing everything I can to send them packing. I'll do my part to help. I'll kick in as many of those nasty little faces as I can. But I don't know how many I can send scampering off. Seems like there's no end to those critters. Is that why you're not doing your jobs? It looks like you folks are busy. We'll be on our way. Well, that was a total waste of time. I hope Beau finds his pumpkin. Where to next? Before you can say anything, you're interrupted by Kanika's phone buzzing. Oh my god, my mom is calling me. When is she going to learn to text? Give me a second. Hey, what's up? No, still no sign of her. We were going to keep looking a while longer. I'm really feeling okay. I'm not... You're right. Now that you mention it, I do feel kind of tired. I shouldn't push myself. I'll come home. She has a point. I'm not feeling well right now. I've got to get back to the general store. Maybe some tea could help. This really crept up on me. I was doing fine until... Oh, Kanika starts swaying, losing balance in her legs. I must have been running on adrenaline. She stumbles, bumping into you before regaining her balance. Sorry. I think I just need some help getting home. I'll have some tea and maybe lie down, and then we can get back to looking for Stella. Kanika leans on your shoulder for support, and you help walk her back to the general store. Thanks, and sorry, this is embarrassing. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as you help bring Kanika inside. Oh dear Kanika, you poor thing. This is why you were supposed to stay in bed today. If you keep running around like this, it's going to take you so much longer to recover. Thank you so much for getting her home, and I hope you're feeling better after last night's fiasco. Hi, Mom. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. And Sonic, once she's all situated, I believe I owe you a chat. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of whatever's happening in town. Wait, if you're talking mystery-related stuff, I should be there. Sweetie, you've done enough for today. And you never like when I do tea readings anyways. I'm sure Sonic can catch you up once you're feeling better. Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Kanika heads towards the stairs and disappears without saying another word. Whatever that was, it didn't feel like the same person who stormed out of the general store just yesterday morning. That person wouldn't do just as she was told, do what she was told so easily. You couldn't help but notice the uncharacteristic firmness in Sybil's voice, too. Maybe their relationship isn't so pleasant behind closed doors. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. You're not really as nice as you seem, are you? What makes you say that? Is it because I had to be firm with my daughter? Kanika has a way of ignoring her body when it's telling her to slow down. Sometimes it takes a firm reminder from her mother to get her to take the time she needs to recover. It's all part of the job when you're a parent, no matter how old your children are. Run away! Ignore Sybil and follow Kanika. You push past the old woman, heading up the stairs to Kanika's room. Sybil calls after you, but you ignore her. Something isn't right here. As you walk away, Sybil calls out to you. You should really hear me out. Your fate may depend on it. You defiantly walk up the stairs. Sybil can't stop you from seeing her daughter. As you do so, your thoughts flash back to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even the memory of the door tugs at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you could even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Sonic, what's up? Can I come in? Yeah, let me just straighten up. You hear frantic crumpling and clinking and shuffling as she tidies her room. Okay, come in. Kanika's room is the sort of place that's stuck between the past and the present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packed belongings sit in the corners of the room. I don't usually have people over. Don't judge me too harshly for the state of the place. Hey, it looks just about as I knew, Yasha. I think that's Inuyasha. Sesshomaru. Interesting. Parasite? That looks like Sweet Home. A terrarium? Evil Sailor Moon? Junji Ito? Bitch, this is just me. dialogue, we will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and we'll log you out for romantic arcs with other characters. You don't have to be so nervous about me seeing your room. There's really no better way to get a sense of who someone really is. About us. Yes? Reach out and hold her hand. I know we've been playing with each other for the past few days, but I have to know. Are we doing this? Your style is impeccable, but I think you need a new accessory. Me. I know we've been playing with each other for the past few days, but I have to know. Are we doing this? Kanika stammers, her eyes darting to the floor, a barely contained smile rushing across her face. I don't know. Do you want that? Do you want to be together? Yeah, I want to be with you. Do you want to be with me? Her eyes lock with yours. Of course I do. Let her fall into your arms. Ah! So cute! You hold out your arms and she falls into them. She's still sick. Her body is soft against yours, and you can feel her heart beating quickly in her chest. Her eyes look up at yours, filled with a warm joy you feel she hasn't held in years. She smells incredible, her sleek braids exuding a perfume of warm coconut, and an aroma of flowery cucumbers wafts from her skin. The scent melds to create a sweet tropical bouquet. After a long minute, you pull away, your hands lingering on the soft curves of her waist as the two of you stare into each other's eyes. Screw hanging out in my room for the rest. You can't start a fire? This is a dating sim, right? This is a dating sim, right? Screw hanging out in my room for the rest of the day. Wherever you're headed, I want to come with you. Gotta maximize the amount of time we spend together before you go back to Sonataland. I forgot that's what I named it. Even if we make other plans for later on, I want to be with you right now. But where would we go? I can still feel that doors are pulling me. I think we need to go there next. I was hoping to see Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella and, make sure he's okay after what happened at the diner. Let's do it. All right. Oh, the two of you make your way back out into the hallway, hand in hand. Oh, hey, guys. But before you make it to the stairs, a light turns on, startling both of you. I thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You should really get back to bed, or this cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. You manipulative hag. You're being really creepy. Sybil, you can't expect to control your adult daughter like this. Kanika sighs. No, my mom's right. I've been neglecting the general store, and I let Miles run off the other day. That was so irresponsible of me. He's not your kid. He's your brother, not your child. That's all right, Kanika. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't. And it seems like you learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Now let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover. Then you can get back to all this town's mystery business. Sonic, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. Bye, Sonic. Bye, Kanika. I don't trust her at all. Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make your way back down Main Street alone. I'm also looking at dinner. Extra onions, no pickles. Beautiful. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. A regular baby. Oh, and there's one behind here. There's one right there. There's one right there. And Wayne's here. Oh, there's a bunch here. Something's happening in the basement. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. Thinking so much about food. You used to be quite the Lady Casanova in high school. Lady Casanova. And back in the day, you learned two things. First, that the second floor of a residential building is never locked. And second, the skills needed to take advantage of that security flaw. No judgmental parent ever managed to get in the way of you and your high school flames. Get to the terrace. You scan the parts of the building around the terrace and zero in on the drain pipe. Bingo. It's been a while since you've done this, and you're a little rusty, but it doesn't take much effort before you're there. You try the door. It's unlocked. It's always unlocked. All right. I am definitely... My attention is being super split, thinking and looking at food. So I think it is time for me to end the stream for tonight. I won't have another stream tomorrow. In fact, I don't actually know when my next stream is going to be because of my new job. But you will find out on either my Blue Sky, which I don't have on my... Yeah, I don't have my Blue Sky on my little info thing here, but it is, I think, just Riki Tiki Tavi. I don't think there's any numbers or anything added to it because I was the first Riki Tiki Tavi. Yeah, it's just Riki Tiki Tavi. There's a picture of my face, picture of my art. So you'll definitely be able to get updates there as well as on my arts Instagram at Beholder Tats, and probably over on my YouTube channel as well at Riki Tiki Tavi 12. And you can also see all of my old videos on my YouTube channel. If you ever want to just binge through all of the content, I've got maybe 10 Scarlet Hollow videos now. That feels high. That feels really high. But it also feels true. So, yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you have a good rest of your time. Until next time. Bye.